guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna continue our series. So we are still in a C++. Here the program we learned the last time, but always I help you to revise what we learned the last time. As you see here, there is a C++ program that deals with the two numbers the user enter through the keyboard. As you see here, we declared the first variable and the second variable and a third variable to get the result. And here we prompt a user to enter it. User enter it. My program read it from the keyboard, and here see out also the message that prompt him or her to enter the second number. Then here the process a plus b as operands, and the plus is operator. So here we output summation is equal to and the result. You remember that. But what I can add, let me first remove this message and add summation of like that, and I add those operators. Summation of the first number, it is stored in the variable a. The operator, I use those quotation and another variable, it is a b. So now you understand how it's gonna be. This is a concatenation, so that's why I'm gonna write also a message easy like that, and I add colon between that. Now you see this process is as I told you, it is a concatenation. First of all, there is a message summation of first number and the second number, easy this one. Let me first compile this. Now 0 errors, so that's why I may run it. So now as you see here, they are prompting me to enter the first number. Let me enter 10. The second number, let me enter 5, like that. Now as you see here, the summation of 10 and 5 is 15. Now that's how it works. So now guys, the program we're gonna write at this time, we're gonna add what we call a control statement. What controls the flow of statement, how the things is going on in our program. This is a sequence because there isn't any control statement inside this, so this is called a sequence. So today we're gonna learn the control statement called decision. To decide, you understand that, I know. To decide among the things, you have to decide some of them. So we have a 3 control structure. We have a sequence, we learned about it. I think you understand about that. So the second one is called decision, to decide among the things. The last one is called iteration or the looping. So I may go in the main function and I delete this, so I left with this. So that's why we're gonna write a program. It is a C++ program that decide if the entered number is a positive, minus, or 0. So that's why I'm declare int number. It is a variable. Remember that integer is from minus infinity to positive infinity, including 0. So I end by semicolon. So that's why I'm gonna output cout with those insertion operator. Remember that is a message. So I prompt him or her. It's just a user. Let me prompt her to enter any number like that. Let me add a colon. I end by semicolon. Then I jump on the next line. Then I have to accept the number entered by the user from the keyboard. So that's why I have to write cin, it is a console in, and extraction operator to accept or to read the number entered by the user. So the number will be stored in the variable called number. So that's why I add that variable here, ends by semicolon. I jump on the next line. So what will be done for a computer to understand that a number is a positive or a negative or a zero among those three? So that's why we have to use the control statement. It is the first one in the decision control structure. So that's why we're gonna, let's use a parenthesis and add our variable. It is a number. If our number comes what? So let me say greater than 0, like that. You know that the number that is greater than 0 is a positive. That's a normal thing. I think you understand that. After that, after the condition, what we have to add is a curly bracket, like that. Now if a number is greater than 0, that means that it is a positive. So that means the process is done. The number is tested. So what will happen if the program finds that the number is a positive? So let me say that it will give a message directly in the terminal or in the console. So I may write cout, the operators, the number entered is positive. It's just a positive. So that's why I ends by semicolon. Then I ends that. So I jump on the next one. It may be either positive, 0 or negative. So that's why you have to process another statement. If I open a parenthesis and I add number is less than 0. So this means that the number is negative, because the numbers below 0 is also a minus number, so they have a negative sign. So always in this control statement we open a curly bracket and we have to close it alongside here. Then I go in it. So I give as such a message. Let me say the number entered is negative, like that. I end by semicolon. Even that statement ends. So that's why I jump on the next one, because number may be a 0. It may be a 0. So that's why I add if again. I open those brackets. Then I add if a number is equal to, because it is a checking that the number, it may be 0. It is checking, does it a 0? Does the value entered equal to 0? So that's why I entered these operators. There are two follow each other. So you remember that. So I have to add 0 here. 0, because a number may be a 0. Then I jump there. Then I enter cout is 0, like that. And what I have to do is to end by a semicolon. So now you understand this OR statement. From here I declared a variable alongside here. I named it as a number. So I prompt a user to enter the number to enable me to check if it is a positive, negative, or approximately to 0. So I read the number entered by the user directly from the keyboard. So the first control statement we are running in this video is about telling if this happen, if this happen, if this happen. So that's why I added this statement. If the what is entered, because I read it here around here, so that's why the number entered, if it is a greater than 0, so that means it is a positive. So that's why we outputted that a number is a positive. And if, but outside of those curly brackets for this if, we have to close it after ending this console out. So if a number entered is less than 0, that means the number entered is a negative. It is understandable, I think. And if number entered is equal to 0, because it is a checking, this duo equal for each other, there means it is a checking, does it equal? So if it finds that the number entered is equal to 0, so that means we outputted that the number entered is 0. So I return the 0 because of this return type. Oh, it is around here. So that's why I save it by Ctrl S, because I saved it at the last time, so I may compile it. Then as you see, 0 errors. So I may run it. So guys, now as you see, they are prompting me to enter any number. Okay, let me enter 10. It is a 10, you see that. Then I press that. Now as you see, they are telling me that the number entered is positive. So let me cancel it and run it again. Let me add -7. Now as you see, they are telling me that the number is a positive. So let me cancel it again and I run it and I add 0 alongside there. Now they are telling me that the number is 0. So that's how if statement works. It is in the decision control structure. So there are various a number of control statements in the decision control structure bar. We have to run them at all. So thank you guys for watching.